Hey everybody, Professor Snart checking in as we continue on with our online Intro to Creative Writing course. So, take a look at our due dates, make sure we're all on the same page here. We're just coming up on our first workshop due date. And again, I had, I think, pointed out previously that our workshops function a little bit differently than other units, at least in as much as there's always going to be two due dates associated to allow the workshop to function properly, so that you're posting your work into the workshop space by a certain date, which here is Thursday, February 6th. And then, of course, there's the workshop itself due date, or the providing feedback due date, let's put it that way, on, for us, the next Thursday, Feb 13th. And so that gives everybody a week, which is quite a bit of time, to get into the discussion board, download the files that people have posted, in this case the short stories people have posted, and then following the instructions that are here in the course, providing really detailed kinds of feedback. So in addition, of course, to the unit itself, which I'll just walk us into here, there you can find really throughout the units, and I've repeated it intentionally a number of different places, just basics, not about how to write your story, but simply about how to make sure the workshop functions, whether it's posting it to the right place, in the right format, which is a file. You'll find yourself in a group here within the discussion board, the short story assignment itself, and then of course the groups are listed here. So you'll just, when you're ready, pop into the right, or the short story workshop here, find your name in the list, and then just open that up and just hit the reply button, and then you can give your post a title, whatever you want it to be, but here is where you'll be attaching the file of your short story to a post, then just submitting it. And again, that would be the first due date within the unit, so that everybody posts to their appropriate discussion board, so that after that due date you can go back in, get everyone else's story, and then provide commentary. So be sure that obviously you follow directions within the unit here, but now's a good time to view or review stuff about like how the workshops work. You'll find information here again about how to post, of course, the due dates that I've just explained, but you'll also find lots of info about providing feedback. So I'll reiterate this as we get past that first posting due date. But here's a little screenshot of someone's file that someone else has gotten a hold of in the group, and then provided comments using the actual comment feature in Word, which is pretty cool because you can really see exactly how that works. Here's another example. If you're not used to using the comment feature or just don't like it, again, just writing you're doing some highlighting and then writing using these square brackets, so that if I were to mark up a document this way and return it to the person who's in my group, they can see immediately where I've made comments, and of course what that comment is. And so you don't just want some one comment down at the end about, oh, I like this, I didn't like that. You really want meaningful feedback throughout. And I think I've mentioned before, and you'll find within the course itself, that workshops really are the golden rule. Treat others as you want to be treated. So invest energy in giving feedback in the same way that you'd of course want people to invest energy in your work, so that you're getting meaningful feedback. So in some ways, workshops can be a little, I don't want to say complicated, but they can be a new experience for people if you've never done them before and you don't really understand the dynamic. Maybe you've never done one online, although I think they work at least as well, if not better, online as they do face-to-face. But for all of that kind of complication, they really are pretty straightforward. We're really just trying to get everybody posting a file so that the people in your group can get that file and then give you meaningful commentary back on it. Then you as the writer can decide which of those suggestions you want to work with, and if something came up for multiple people, that's certainly an area to focus on. But you know what kind of feedback will be meaningful, and of course that's what you then want to provide to other people. One note that you will see in as part of the grading of the workshops is that, well, two things. I don't personally give you tons of feedback within the work itself. I leave that to your workshop group. That's not to say, though, that if you wanted some additional feedback or more particular feedback from me, you couldn't, contact me sort of through office hours or, virtually, of course. But so you're not just limited to the feedback you're getting from within the group, but I do like it if you reach out to me first to express an interest in that. The other thing, much more practically maybe, is that you'll notice that the grading for the workshops has almost nothing to do with the so-called quality of the writing that you produce. Of course, I need to see that there's been effort, that you've taken it seriously and taken yourself as a writer seriously, but almost the entirety of the grade is based on practical matters of, did you post on time, did you post as a file, and then did you give meaningful feedback? So a lot of the grade is built around just those very technical and practical things, because obviously if people aren't posting on time, or they're not posting in a format that other people can access, or they're not giving meaningful feedback, then the workshops fall apart. And again, like I've said before, they really are the core, the foundation of a course like this, because ultimately what you're taking a course like this for is maybe to learn some strategies for effective writing, but in large measure it's to try your hand at writing and see what people have to say. It's really not much more complicated than that. So especially valuable now to review due dates so you know what's going on. Pay particular attention to reading through Unit 5 for specifics of the short fiction workshop, and also reviewing maybe how the workshops work. You can read the note on feedback, rules for creative writing, the grading system, all of those slightly bigger picture kinds of things that are going to feed into really how meaningful the experience of the workshop is for you. Okay, so by all means, as usual, be in touch if you have any questions or concerns, and I will talk to everybody later.